Going into this domestic thing, you'll be tossed like a fucking teacup. You'll be eaten alive. You're putting your hands and shit. You want to flare shit up. It's just like the guy that pulled it, old Dave or whatever, pulled it, go suck turtle cock there and shit after he had wanted some dude's legs, and it escalated very quickly. And then he ended up getting fucking shot by Bop'Z and fucking pulling his big old 12 gauge there. Getting in front of someone, not knowing who they're talking about, running over, here, messing with some dude. After he thought he's much bigger than another male, he's off to go pull that 12 gauge, causing other males domestic issues and shit. And now there's people within, they see their bullshit in another void. I've out-tugged God's pistol out there by then, you know, and still tugging them out. This is a GSK Tom and shit. Anything that steals from me will be wiped out. You know, I took the GSK out. I told you guys, you're running around yipping and yakking dog shit and shit, saying dudes aren't smart and shit. You can be traced very quickly. Listen, go missing and shit. Get a real guy in, you know, that's got experience in and shit. When they think they're running shit, see, that's the thing about the force, they can get into some bowl. And we take the shredding, you know, the other people are sucking turtle cock. So they're gonna be dealing with huge upheaval and shit, and I'm keeping it solid and shit. And we know your dudes, your eyes and the shame, you're taking other shit in and stuff. We'll have you out through the fucking windows and even out to a cell to be murdered and shit. You'll be out there in the fucking desert getting, as Jesus tugs your ass out and shit, because that's how they went down and shit. Domestic violence, even mischief comes back. You know, just a window or a few windows, it's like a hurt, you'll be butchered. Like the towers, you'll be off to the old battle and shit. I'm still talking about, you'll be in a funny farm, you know, and you think you're in courts and shit, and you're gonna go to the bombs and shit, they're gonna test you, no love from the gutter and blah, 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 this rap shit's real. You're gonna see how a soldier handles it and shit, and where dudes run off the trains and get butt fucked and beaten, and their buddy brings them down with the brotherhood talk. It's Mothman shit. That's what the Mothman does in a cell, where they take guys like me, young, and it's frozen, doing the off to be butchered. There's not a chance and shit, or white it out and FBI come in, because it's the turtle man of sin tugging them. A big fuck. That's the funny thing. They say dudes not feeling shit. Wait till they get a person in there. It's past the threshold of Jesus. That's why I said kings are like a lightweight after fasted. Immortal chick, blowing and sucking. There was no resistance and shit. They were getting their heads bopped in again. Avoid. That's how dudes go in on these kills and shit in the mob. They can't take it anywhere. Even cops come in. You know, even they. No evidence and shit. Same thing, they flare it up and shit. Dudes go down and shit. It's like, it would be worse than stealing even. Because it goes up and shit, and you're gonna be in there, and your pride, you're gonna learn about your pride and running around. I thought I was tough as shit. Jeffrey with an little Asian assassin, and the little army Rambo knife and shit. Taking the burn. And that's what happens to kind of the rock guys and shit, you know. You know, in Freeze's shit, I said they're going to have an issue with it. That's a prediction shit. You're going to end up like Charles Manson and shit. You're not going to be a bull. A lot of guys take this with their wives and they belittle. I'm telling you, dudes can belittle, shut you down. Any false claim is shut off its ass crack, right? So you got to be watch out. These street chicks are dirty and shit. The mob is there. They know, the cats and shit. Guys like me, they're guilty and shit, you know. They speak and shit, and they're all over you being a fucking whirlwind. This is a fucking genie. You know, it's where your thoughts kick in and shit, and you're going around, you're in the framer world, man. And it'd be tough out there in a wheelchair, that's for sure, so you got to start thinking and shit, you know. Guys, you're just arguing with some dude. I've seen it before.